Hi everybody, time for 10-minute Technology Tuesday. This is part 5 of our Excel spreadsheet where we are developing a schedule of sorts. I'm pretty excited about this week's session because we're going to get into formulas, and I'm going to keep it simple with just some addition, but a couple different ways. And I'm also going to show you how to add sheets and rename them. So let's get started. Well, this is our schedule that we've started before. We've learned in the past how to input information. We've learned how to change the appearance. We've learned how to add columns, delete columns, make them different sizes. Everything that has to do with the appearance of this. Now, let's talk a little bit more about some values, some functions. I added, we still have the calendar, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but I added columns next to each one of those for minutes. I'm just imagining that at least our elementary teachers are going to be required to tell the administration how many minutes a day they teach, or how many minutes of science or read aloud or math that they do teach. So this will help you with your calculations, and the flexibility is just great. So on each one of these, I just added a number just to start out with, and disregard these times on the side because they won't make sense to just put some numbers down to help us with our calculation. Now there's a couple ways that we can add these up. I already have one done here, but I'm going to delete that so I can demonstrate it for you. I did some practicing before this. So let's just say we wanted to add up all of these times on Monday to see how many minutes you are teaching for that day. So I put the word total there, and then I clicked on this cell right here, and you'll start every function with the equal sign. If you don't start with the equal sign, it won't know what to do. So I put down the equal sign, see it right there, and then I'm going to use the shortcut or the automatic function up here. If you click on here, there's a couple different choices: average, count numbers, max, minimum. I actually don't know what those mean, but I do know what the sum is, and that's what we're going to focus on today. When I click this, notice that the cells change just a bit. They become highlighted, and it's asking me, what do you want to sum? I can grab this bar here, see the two arrows, and I can scroll up to include the ones that I wanted. Maybe I didn't want that one, I would not include it, but I do want that one. But I don't want this one down here because there's nothing in that information, so I'm going to change that. See if I get the arrow, so it just includes this. Notice what happened in my cell. It said sum, that's what I want to do, and then it's describing cell C2 all the way down to C14. I'm going to hit enter, and it sums it up for me. Now the beauty of this is I could have added these all in a calculator and typed in 335. That would have been just fine. But let's just say that I wanted to make a change in here, and now science is going to be 40 minutes instead of the 15 I had before. I hit enter, and notice that it automatically changed. Let's show that again. This is the beauty of getting the formula, not just adding it up and putting in a hard number. I can change it to whatever I want, and the formula adds it up for me. Cool, huh? Well, let's say you wanted to do the another category, or you wanted to get specific and get the read aloud ones, the social studies, the math, or the science one. Well, there's another way to do it without having to do the automatic sum. So let's get into that. I'm going to hit the equals. Remember, got to start every formula with equals. Then I'm going to click on the cell that I wanted to do. Let's just say I'm going to do the read aloud ones. I click. Now I'm going to decide what I want to do with it. And so I'm going to hit the plus right on my keyboard here, plus. Now I'm going to click another cell that I want to plus. I'm going to add another cell, hit the plus here. You can see it adding up here as I do it. Click the cell, plus, click the cell, plus, click the cell. Don't hit any more pluses, just hit enter, and the total will be right there. Again, the beauty of this, you could change it, and it will change it for you automatically. Let's go through that again. Let's find the total for social studies. Hit the equals. Now I'm going to click any of the social studies one here. Now I'm going to hit plus. Notice it came up here. Here's another one. Here's another one, plus, plus. Here's another one. Here's another one. Notice it didn't have to be in order. Don't hit plus again. It's not going to know what to do. You want to hit enter. There it is. Let's do the math one just for practice sake. Start with that equal sign. Here's math. Hit plus, hit plus, hit plus, hit plus. Don't hit plus again. Now hit enter. And the signs, we could do the same thing. So I hope you had some fun with that. And I want to show you a couple more things about spreadsheets that you maybe didn't know. Notice on the bottom it says sheet 1. That's what we've been working with. On sheet 2, I added that sheet by hitting the plus sign right here. And I did put some things on the sheet 2, some cheat sheets for you, some information you might want to know. In order to add, you want to hit the plus sign. Subtract, you hit the minus sign. Asterisk would be multiplication. And I use that specifically. An example would be when I do my budget, I put in there 2 and then times the amount, and that helps with my subtotal. And when Mr. Apple or Mrs. Schuster comes back and says I have to cut my budget, I can easily change the amounts, and the formula works really well in that case. The forward slash is for division, and the caret symbol is for exponents. And I'll be honest, I don't know what that means. But I did add this sheet in, and that's what I want to talk to you about next. If you hit the plus sign, notice the sheet is added right here. It didn't know what to call it, so it called it sheet 1. Let's just add another one. There's a sheet 2. Add another one, sheet 3. If I wanted to move these sheets around, like let's say I wanted this one, the one I have the schedule on, if I wanted that at the end, I hold it. See the little paper symbol now? That means I can move it to wherever I want in whatever order. This one go to the front. There you go. You want to delete them, you don't need them. I clicked on the sheet, right click, and I hit delete. Let's do that for this one we want to keep. Let's do this one, there's nothing on it, right click, delete. This one, it was just a practice, right click, delete. This one I do want to keep. I'm going to make that first because that's what we're doing. And now we can rename it instead of just calling it sheet 1 or sheet 2. It's a little bit easier to find information. So I'm going to rename, and I'll just call that schedule. And I think you could color that. You could make the font a little bigger or smaller. And sheet 2, I'm going to name that information. There we go. So let's go back. I hope you enjoyed this session of 10-Minute Technology Tuesday, where we learned about some functions, very simple addition, where we found the total of the column. We were able to find the total of clicking and adding the plus on each one. Have a great day. Bye.